Hey everyone, I wanted to come to you today and talk to you about how to start a private practice for less than $200 a month. I know that a lot of you, when I first talk to you or ask you a question about why haven't you started your private practice or what's been holding you back, typically talk about finances, and understandably so. When you're working for an agency and you're thinking about leaving your job, it's a really hard decision to make when you're like, wow, I've got to put money into this to get it off the ground and I don't have any. So I know a lot of people will kind of talk about creative measures, about how they could get some startup capital. I know people who have taken out small business loans to give themselves a cushion. I at first took out a home equity line of credit on my house that we own because I was a little bit fearful that my private practice wasn't going to be successful. It was a nice fallback plan, but ultimately I didn't end up using any of that money and everything turned out to be okay, as it will for you. It just takes a little bit of time. So there are some costs that are unavoidable and more about annual costs. So like malpractice insurance is a one-time cost. I would recommend using American Professional, CPH, HPSO, NASW. Just get some quotes and shop around. If you're paying for your health insurance, obviously that's a monthly cost as well, or a yearly cost as well. I know you can pay it monthly, but at the same time, it's just something that, we're not going to talk about today because there's a lot of fluctuation in that. So what we're going to talk about today are the essentials that you need to start a practice and how you can get yourself visibility and start making money at $200 a month or less. So first things first, let's talk about free options, right? So you can use Ivy Pay to take payments. It takes 2.75% of your charges, but it doesn't cost anything to use. So immediately right off the bat, we've got a way to collect payments both virtually and in person, and it's HIPAA compliant. Boom, check it off the list. Next, we need to have visibility. So if you can't afford a website right away, we need to get on some therapist profile pages, listing sites, etc. You can get 6 months for free with Mental Health Match right now with a referral code. You can join Therapy Den for free, a really cool inclusive directory. You can join Open Path Collective for free, and you can get 6 months free with a Psychology Today code. I'm not advocating for Psychology Today, but some people are going to use them either way. So you can get those all for free. You can put your information on one listing page and then just copy it and paste it to the others. That way you have more visibility in a Google search. You have a way to give other clinicians your information. You have a way for clients to contact you. And you have a way to kind of express who you are as a helping professional, what your rates are, what you're charging, and what kind of issues you work with. So that is all free for the first 6 months. And Open Path Collective and Therapy Den are always free. So just good to know to have that visibility. Next, we want to have a HIPAA compliant email address. I suggest Hushmail. It's $9.99 a month. You can sign up easily. You can create forms. You can create signable forms. So if you don't have an EMR or electronic medical record right away, you can use Hushmail and you can kind of just mitigate that by having a small section of your clients in that platform. HIPAA compliant phone and text and fax. We talked about this last week, but Spruce Health, $24.99 a month, gets you all of those things. It also has a telehealth platform built into it. So another way to use that software. And you can use code CASALE, C-A-S-A-L-E, to get a free month. So that's HIPAA compliant phone, fax, text, and telehealth. We've got HIPAA compliant email with Hushmail. We've got Ivy Pay to take our payments. We're on our profile pages and listing sites. So right there, you've created a business for yourself for about $35 a month. Now let's talk website, because websites are important. If you're on a budget and you can't pay someone to build you a website right now, what you can do is join Brighter Vision. Brighter Vision gives templates for therapists to use. They only build websites for therapists. They're very well versed at it. They know our language. They know our lingo. They know how to attract our clientele. It's about $55 a month. I've got a referral code on my website for you to get 1 free month of their service. And basically what you do is you just kind of let them know how you want the website structured, where you want your pictures to go, where you want your content that you've created to go. And that's about it. And they can help with your SEO or search engine optimization. They have a tool called Social Genie that will post to social media for you. and also write blog posts that are applicable. So that's a really cool service for $55 a month. Next, let's talk electronic medical records. Let's talk about how to file claims, how to write notes, how to store documents, how to do telehealth, how to save client information in a protected way. You can use Therapy App, and their website is therapyapp.home.com for $99 a month. That includes telehealth, that includes the ability to take payments, the ability to bill insurances, see clients virtually, host your clients' documents in a secure fashion, hold their notes, do all of your documentation under one roof. So let's just go over the costs one more time. $99 for an electronic medical records for Therapy App, $55 for Brighter Vision to have a website up and running, $25 for Spruce Health for phone, text, fax, and telehealth, and then you've got Hushmail for $9.99 a month. If I'm doing the math correctly, that comes out to about $194, which is less than $200 a month. And that's it. You can start seeing clients, you can start making money, you can essentially be a private practice owner and function as a sole proprietor and then get yourself off the ground pretty quickly. I mean, honestly, in less than a month, you could have all of that up and going. So I like to get creative when we're talking about how to create our businesses and how to have some financial security at first, because I know every dollar matters and we really want to invest the money appropriately. We want the money to go somewhere that's going to be useful for us. So if we can spend $200 a month to get our business up and going, we can use other savings or other money that we're bringing in towards marketing, towards, beefing up the website eventually down the road, towards, all the promotional materials you may want to get, office furniture, etc. But very little overhead for private practice ownership. I think we get really intimidated at first by everything that we don't know initially and at once. So seeing costs for office rentals, seeing costs for furniture, etc. There are cheap ways to do it. And you can sublet an office from a colleague, probably for a day or two a month for a couple $100. You could be completely virtual and pay no office costs. You could furnish your office with used and consignment type furniture until you get it up and running the way you want. And that's really what we need to realize is it doesn't have to be perfected right away. It just has to be good enough. It just has to be a place where you feel comfortable and clients feel comfortable seeing you and are able to access care. That's really what it's about. So, for less than $200 a month, you could be leaving your agency and working for yourself and then making 4 to 5 times more than what you're making at your agency full time. So if you can do the math that way and you can think about it as, okay, this is a long-term investment on myself, it starts to become much easier to make sense of. And I know health insurance is scary. I know it's expensive in this country. I'm not going to downplay that or lie about that. That's a very true and valid fact. So I would be thinking about hey, if health insurance is going to cost me $500 to $700 a month, that feels scary. But at the same time, I have to remember that I'm going to be making at least double, if not triple what I'm making at my full-time job, where I'm most likely paying a portion of my salary towards my health insurance. So it's all relative. And it all is relative when you start making more money, you're just going to pay more cost. So again, less than $200 a month. Start your private practice. Get out of your own way and stop making these excuses for yourself. Start working for you. Freedom, flexibility, and financial security. And honestly, the most empowering feeling ever to be working for yourself as your own boss. I hope this was helpful, and you can reach me at casalecoaching.com, on my Facebook page, on my website, on my YouTube. So feel free to check all of those out. And if you sign up for my mailing list, you get a free private practice startup guide with tips, tricks, little hints, helpful information that I've gathered over the last 4 years of doing this. Hope you have a great day.